I'm really, really excited to be sharing this evening with you and to be sharing more about Devoted, the 1-year women's practice and study group. And basically, we're just going to dive straight in. I have prepared a few slides for you, something I really rarely do, but I'm even more excited to share them with you. So here we are for Devoted, and this is really your time to learn more about the program, learn more about the experience, and to find out if this is what you're looking for and if you are a great fit for our group and our team. And I'm really, really happy. We also have here tonight Emanuela, who has been a part of our group since quite a long time now already. And she'll be sharing more about her experience with us. So, Devoted. I selected these 3 images because for me, they really represent the energy and the beauty of the space that we're offering and opening up together. So once more, welcome. This is your call to receive more information, to really tune in from your heart, from your womb, to see if this is what you're looking for. And I will give you more information so we can evaluate if this space is a right fit for you. Before we do that, I would really like to take a moment to drop in with you. Like, this is what I love to do in my spaces. So taking a moment to close your eyes if that's available to you. If you're not driving your car or listening from anywhere where that's not possible. Taking an inhale, reaching your arms up by the side. Stretching it out and exhale, bringing your hands down, gently touching your face, your hair, your neck, your breasts, your belly. And one more time, inhale, drawing it up. And exhale, drawing it down. Allowing the focus to move away from the mind, grounding in your feet, grounding in your lower belly. We're going to take 3 deep inhales into our womb space. Anchoring down through your sitting bones, your sacrum. Letting all the energy of today flutter away, flutter down. And opening yourself up to receive from your womb, to receive through your heart. Beautiful. So let's roll from here. If you want to keep your eyes closed, just listening, please do that. So welcome to do so. So our schedule, I will, of course, first introduce myself. There are a few of you who have never worked with me before. I didn't even recognize your name, so I'm even more honored to have you. And I will share more about what's actually a practice and study group. Whom is it for? What can you expect from this space? And Emanuela will share her experience with you. And of course, if you have questions at the end, I am happy to answer them. So, this is me. My name is Stephanie. I'm a teacher, mentor, and healer of the sacred feminine arts and embodiment. I'm based in Zurich, Switzerland. I'm doing this work since 5-7 years, and I have always been so passionate about the body. So for me, this started with wanting to become a dancer. I have a training in actually modern dance or jazz dance teacher. I did that with like 20, and I really believe that I'm going to be, or become a professional dancer. And that didn't really work out, and that's totally fine. But I think for me, my passion and my love for movement, and in that sense for embodiment, started really, really early. And after some soul searching, I did my yoga teacher training in 2017 in Bali. And I loved teaching yoga. I still love yoga, but I always felt like there was something missing. I wanted more. And especially through my struggles in romantic relationships of the past, I have realized that I've been showing up in my life from an over-functioning masculine aspect. And it was very clear for me that I don't want that. This is not working for me. And I mean, life showed me pretty clearly that it's not working for me. And so this made me tune into, how can I receive the teachings that I'm so yearning to receive? How can I feel the way I really want to feel, like liberated, free, open, in tune with myself, and lean back, receptive? How can I stop grasping for worthiness and for acceptance and validation from the outside? This is a topic so many of us women have. And that led me to my coaching. I think it was 2018, and then 2019 by my same coach, Angela Ramel. She's really the first teacher in my lineage, and she has taught me so much on all things Teo Tantra, feminine embodiment. I've spent time in an internship with her. I did a women's empowerment coach and Yoni Egg facilitator with her. And if you know me like Yoni Eggs, this has really been my thing for such a long time. I still love it. I don't teach it that often anymore, but I still do love it. And so one thing led to the other. And for me, it was really clear that the feminine, like, this is who I am. This is my soul truth. And this is what I know I am best at bringing forward into the world. And so I started with mainly workshops, circles, events. I eventually did some coaching. And now, starting from this year, I am really moving into enabling advanced practitioners, women who want to become facilitators, women who are really advanced in their journey and who are just yearning. Like, I really know that yearning to, I just want to learn everything about the feminine. I want to go deeper, and I want to be so fully embodied that it's not just a feminine practice, but I truly live and breathe from that space in my relationship, in my love life, in my sexuality, in my soul purpose, right? We have so many women in our group, and Emmanuel is one of them, like, who are following their soul path, who are following their soul purpose. And so if this is you, this is definitely the place for you. What is the women's practice and study group? When I chose the name women's practice and study group, I thought, okay, this sounds really like almost scientific. It sounds, yeah, like maybe women are a bit like, okay, what is that exactly? But for me, the women's practice and study group is really your space and container if you're an advanced practitioner who wants to take it way deeper than you've ever taken it before. So you have already extensive experience in embodiment, movement, yoga, meditation, yogic spirituality, self-development. You have also worked a lot on yourself. And when I say you have worked a lot on yourself, I don't mean like really a short amount of time, but like since 3, 5, maybe even 10 years, you have been working on yourself. And probably the feminine part is a part that, yeah, it has always been coming in, that more soft, more receptive. And for you, this is the place where you want to go deeper. And so practice and study. We will practice a lot. You will have a lot of time to practice. And for me, it's really about, yeah, studying the feminine, but from a very practical perspective. So yes, the practice and study group, this is our 12 months. Oh, there's a typo. Oops. To deepen into your fullest expression, feminine flavor, and to meet yourself fully. And I believe, and I wholeheartedly believe this, that if we have the space where we can drop in, where we can go into practice, where we can move, breathe, and expand, this is where we truly meet ourselves. If you allow yourself to go to this point, and this is why I require advanced practice, like, and especially having worked on specific topics of trauma, because otherwise you will not be able to go there. And that's completely fine. So everyone has their journey, right? And this space is really for women who already have healed the big bits and parts, who can hold themselves emotionally, who can hold themselves through an emotional process, because things will come up and this is the place for it. And so Devoted is neither a course, it's neither a program, it's not a 5 steps to be more feminine or 10 steps to make my partner do XYZ course. It is an explorational journey, an explorational ground. I like to say like a playground for you to really experience and experiment with yourself. And of course, this will happen with me guiding you, supporting you along the journey. But this means there is really a lot of self-responsibility that is required to do this. So what are we actually doing? So for me, Devoted is really the space where I will pour all of myself, all of my wisdom, all of my teachings, and most of my time into it. For me, this is the place to go forward. I want to work with women who are advanced in their practice, who are maybe even on the way to become facilitators, practitioners. And for me, the intention of this space is to bring you into like that feeling of liberation and being limitless. It's about breaking down the barriers, the different inhibitions that I know you are advanced in your journey. And I know that even though you still have certain, and they are way more nuanced. This is why it's so beautiful to go into feminine embodiment. Like, you still have your things coming up, right? And so this is really the space for you to deepen into your feminine leadership, because you will be there. You will have time and space for your practice. It's up to you what you make out of it. It's about embodiment, getting really deeper into your body and expression. So we want to become fully liberated. The feminine in her full bloom, she is liberated. She is fully herself. And she is expanding and opening up into her truest self. And there's so much potency and beauty in that if you do that for your soul purpose, in your partnership, wherever you are. So this is for you if you really want to deepen into your feminine practice, you want to take it to the next level. You want to cultivate more aliveness, like really feminine energy is the life force energy, radiance, life force. You are the one, like you are ready now to go from feminine practice to truly living from your feminine core. I think this is the main takeaway. This is your space to start living from your feminine essence and not just doing once in a while a practice, but then in your real life, you go about the same as before. And this needs practice, it needs time, and this is time and space for it. You want to unleash your authentic expression, really become that full spectrum woman, owning the different aspects, feeling everything wildly, openly, boundlessly, fully embodied. You want to trust your inner wisdom and oracle way more than you do right now. You want to learn different ways of accessing your inner wisdom. You want to lean into your inner oracle. You want to lean into your edges, expand beyond them, and stepping into feminine leadership. Because as I said, this is really a space for the self-leading woman. This is not the space for babysitting. And I know you all don't need that because you've taken your steps to go there. So what could that mean? I already shared them actually. like, and again, also here we talk about self-responsibility. It's completely up to you. But after 12 months, possibilities, you could live really rooted from your feminine core. So infusing the feminine that is open, receptive, soft, also wild and fiery to every aspect of your life. Being fully liberated in your fullest expression. Imagine what that could look like in 12 months in your soul business, in your partnership, in life. Experiencing life fully and openly and softly and in a receptive way. Trusting your inner oracle, wisdom fully. And for me, this is really important, bringing love, devotion, and the power of your feminine light to every place you go. The feminine has such a deep potency. She has. I mean, if you step into a room with a woman embodied in her feminine, wow, there is nothing more potent than this. And I believe as women, we are here to bring love back to this planet and back to humanity. And this is your time to do so because you have worked through your childhood traumas, you have worked through all the different traumas. So you can actually open up to giving that love out. And that is so important. And you're at such a beautiful point in your journey because you can do that right now. And so we practice it. We practice opening and radiating. And I want every woman who walks out of this to really be a shining light and a guiding light when it comes to feminine liberation and living in their untamed essence and fully going for her deepest heart's desires. The format of the women's practice and study group is that we travel over the time span of 12 months together. We meet once a month for a deep dive immersion. We have 3 Q&A sessions, group sessions, also held in person to support you along the way. Every month you receive recordings and guiding practices to support you. And so every deep dive immersion will be like a teaching sequence, part embodiment intensive, and with that, a place to be really seen, held, and heard. And so what I find really beautiful and important is that all of us women at a specific point in our lives, in our evolution, we yearn to be with other women who are at the same stage. This is also why I'm very, very diligent with the admission to this space. And those of you who have reached a certain point, you want to be surrounded by other women who feel the same, who have moved through the same. So we can all uplift each other and we can all support each other. And sisterhood wounds is not a topic anymore because that's mainly cleared, right? So this is really a space of love and appreciation. And one of the beautiful things around practicing in this space is that you can actually you can grow so much in your power through allowing yourself to be witnessed in your power. And that's one of the incredible aspects of what we are doing. And so I am deeply excited for the space. I'm deeply excited to be pouring all of who I am into this space. And yeah, this is really your space to deepen into the sacred feminine arts and not to become more feminine, be more sexy, this or that. It's about to become more of who you truly are. And this is what I will support you with all of my heart and all of my desire. And I will protect this space fiercely. This is what I can tell you. So what are the requirements? So this space is for you if you have been into feminine practice for a while and you really feel like, okay, I want to take it deeper. I want to take the next step. I'm really yearning to learn more, integrate more, embody more about the divine feminine. And you are not looking for a place that is going to teach you, okay, do A, B, C, and D, and then you will be more feminine. No, you really want to access the boundless, open, wild, soft, sweet, like all of the flavors of the feminine within yourself authentically. You want to have a space where you can practice deeply. And this also means that already now you can surrender to practice. If you feel like already now you struggle with going into practice, this is not the space yet for you, and that's totally fine. Again, we're all on our journey. So this is the space for advanced practitioners. This is for you if you are really looking for a space long term. You want to start to build, you're ready to commit, you're ready to grow. This is the space for you if you're self-responsible. So you're not looking for spoon feeding. You're not looking for someone to baby you, cuddle you through the way, because the feminine and feminine power is really about holding each other to a higher standard. Yeah, I am 100% sure in your heart you will know if this is for you. My requirements are you have to be able to really inhabit your body and feel your emotions. Feel your emotions without disconnect, and to hold yourself through emotions without projecting them out. I say 3 to 5 years of experience, feminine practice, yogic practice. There are a few women who were not into feminine practice a lot, but for example, they have 10 years of yogic experience. Like they have worked since 15 years on their different healing journey. And so this is also completely fine. It doesn't per se have to be feminine practice, but it has to be a spiritual practice and healing work. And so also my requirement, or like this space is not for you if currently you struggle with a lot of codependency, fear of abandonment, sisterhood wounding, and as I said, like if you struggle to process your emotions, this is not the space for you yet. And so I encourage you, if you receive this, to take the time to just work on that. Like Rome wasn't built in a day, right? We all need time. And this is really the space for the advanced practitioners. Yes. What else do I have to say? Yeah, what is really important, I think, like for me, devoted is really my baby. It's my heart's deepest, most beautiful work. And how do you recognize yourself is you already know how to get into the body. You have already experienced feeling soft, open, receptive, but you want to take it deeper. And you also know you're ready to take it deeper. You have time and space for integration. You are emotionally mature. You are self-leading, self-responsible. So also our whole organization, it will be really sleek, very simple. Um, yeah, and I'm just really excited for this journey together. So let me bring on Emanuela.
Hi, everyone. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you really well.
Great. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for being here and for taking the time to have a little chat with us.
Sure.
So, Emanuela, what was for you like the experience in our time together?
I joined your group, I think, as one of the first participants, if I remember right. So it's been quite a journey. I remember that at that time I was functioning mainly from my masculine energy. I was always in a very high functioning mode, working in corporate job where I had lots of deadlines, lots of pressure. And so at that time, when I joined your group, I was pretty much disconnected from my body and disconnected from my emotions. And I was aware of that, and I was really craving to reconnect with my feminine energy, to reconnect with my intuition. And so I was so glad when I found you on Instagram, because for me you were the real embodiment of such a fully embodied feminine woman that I also wanted to become.
So beautiful. Do you mind telling us a bit like what has been your journey so far? I know that like you are yourself a coach, so you're really also one of these women who have done tremendous work on yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, so for the past several years, I've been on a quite intense personal development journey. I've been in several coachings, in one-on-one with you, but also in other programs. I've done several coaching studies. I'm now launching my own coaching business. So I have fully devoted myself to my personal development in the last past years. Yeah. Mhm.
Beautiful. And now you're a coach and human design reader, do you say it that way? Yourself?
Exactly. I like to call it consultant, yeah. But exactly that's what
Okay.
I'm doing. And I feel finally able to really um share this with them from an embodied perspective. Because
Yeah.
when I joined your program, I remember that I knew already in my mind a lot of teachings, but it was not yet integrated, it was not yet embodied.
Yeah.
And so this really gave me the room to really integrate what I had learned
Mhm.
after all those years on my journey.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And what is it that this space is supporting you the most with, if you can pinpoint that?
For me, I always call it my nourishment time because, of course, I'm doing my practice at home. But being in a room full of women where you feel in such a safe space, held by you and the other women, it always brings me into much deeper layers. And there's always another layer to explore, and it gives me the opportunity to go even deeper and deeper.
Mm.
And so for me, what I take with me is always to go back to that space and fully reconnect with myself on a very deep level.
Mm. So beautiful. And so who would you say should join our group?
I would also say women who have been on their own personal development journey for many years already. So for me, it's also like an advanced study group.
Mhm.
It's not about the basics, but it's about going even deeper
Mhm.
and meet each other at a more or less similar space or
Mm.
place. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And this is also where so much power is being created, right? When we are really interacting in the same sphere and energy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you mind sharing, what is your intention for this year? Did you already think about it, or like because now we have really made this shift.
Mm.
Before it was called the sacred circle. It was really more, yeah, it was open for every woman. It was more women's wellness, connecting to themselves. And now it's like really, okay, this is another level. This is something different.
Well, I would say that one of my main intentions is to soften even more into my feminine. I would say that in the last years in my former job, I have been putting a lot of masks, um, and I have been, yeah, like trapped in my high functionality mode. And now, with the practice that we have done over the last past years, I feel that with each month that passes, I'm able to put like another mask away, another one, and I'm becoming softer and softer and really reconnecting back with my feminine core.
Beautiful. Amazing. I love that. And I'm super excited to see how things are going to shift and change.
Same here.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience with us. I
Thank you.
really
My
value
pleasure.
Perfect. So yeah, 40 minutes. That's what I anticipated. We are going to close our call and the recording right here. I'm always a bit clumsy with Zoom because yeah, I don't know. I feel like every time it's different. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your time and your energy with us. I will send out this recording. I will send out the application form with that, and we might see each other soon. Thank you so much.